Long before the roads were tarred and before traders carried phones instead of baskets, there stood a market town called Kubara. It was not the biggest town, but it was known across nearby villages for one thing: food. In Kubara, food was more than survival. Food was greeting. Food was peace. Food was memory. The elders taught that every pot carried the spirit of the hands that stirred it. That was why women washed their thoughts before washing their hands, and why no one cooked while angry or grieving. At the center of this market lived a woman named Iyaloja Morenike. Morenike was not born powerful. She was once like every other woman, hardworking, hopeful, and often disappointed. She lost her husband early and raised herself through firewood selling before turning to cooking. Some days she sold out, most days she did not. Many evenings she returned home with leftover food and a heavy heart. "Why do others sell and I do not?" she asked the night wind again and again. Hunger makes questions dangerous. One night, after another failed market day, Morenike sat alone beside her cold pot. She cried, not loudly, but with the quiet bitterness of someone tired of trying. That was when she heard a voice. It did not shout, it did not threaten, it whispered. "In this world," the voice said, "nothing gathers people without sacrifice." She looked around, but no one stood there. The voice spoke of old knowledge women once guarded with fear and respect, knowledge meant for life, not manipulation. But the voice twisted its meaning, offering results without wisdom. Morenike hesitated, but desperation is louder than caution. She accepted. From that season onward, something changed. Morenike began to prepare her food with unusual care. Her movements were precise, almost ritual-like. She cooked only at certain times. She covered certain things. She spoke to no one while preparing. The result was astonishing. People tasted her food once and returned the next day without planning to. Children cried when their mothers passed her stall. Men spent their last cowries and felt strangely satisfied. Her pot emptied before noon. People said, "Her food has a hand inside it." But no one questioned further, because pleasure makes silence easy. Cowries filled Morenike's pouch. Her clothes improved. Her roof stopped leaking. Yet, at night, she slept poorly. Power borrowed always leaves a shadow. Morenike noticed that the more people loved her food, the more restless she became. She avoided mirrors. She avoided water during certain days. She avoided her own thoughts. But she told herself, everyone survives how they can. Still, the town began to change. Some people stopped cooking at home. Others grew irritable when they missed market day. A strange dependence hung in the air like smoke. Only one child noticed. His name was Sekunola, a quiet boy raised by his grandmother. Unlike other children, Sekunola never begged for Morenike's food. When given, he felt dizzy. His dreams became heavy. One afternoon, he pushed the ball away. "Why?" his grandmother asked. The boy softly replied, "It tastes good, but it makes my spirit feel crowded." The old woman went silent. That night, she burned herbs and asked the ancestors for clarity. They showed her everything. On the next market day, when the crowd gathered thick around Morenike's stall, the old woman stepped forward with her walking staff. "Stop eating," she said, not loudly but firmly. The market froze. This food is not poison, but it binds the will. She named the act, she named the misuse, she named the cycle. The wind shifted, the pot cracked. Morenike fell to her knees. She did not deny it. I was tired of hunger. I only wanted people to choose me. The elders arrived. The elders did not beat her. They did not stone her. They shattered her pot and said, "You used what brings life to trap desire. That is why your power failed." Morenike was banned from the market until cleansing was complete. For many moons, Morenike cooked only for herself. She learned patience. She learned humility. When she returned, her food sold slowly, but she slept peacefully. Till today, elders of Kubara say, food touched with desperation carries consequences. What should give life must never steal choice. And that is how the story ended.